I'm not the strongest bike rider. I'm not going to pretend to be the strongest bike rider, but I'm quite good when things get pretty gnarly. I seem to be all right so far, making all right decisions when I'm tired and hungry. And I guess it's just because I like riding bikes. Yeah, I've probably made a bit of a name for myself doing self-supported ultra bikepacking races, so usually multi-day, off-road, no outside assistance, carry everything on the bike. Find your own places to sleep, usually outdoors. And the 7-day was definitely a different sort of effort. Fully supported, more performance orientated, and having other people to make decisions for me and look after me. Bit stiff.
You are?
Yeah.
You're not even started yet.
So the plan was ride 75 kilometres down the Mosel, turn around at roundabout, ride 75 kilometres back to the hotel. 150k laps, 4 of those a day, 600k a day, 7 days. Route's got to be just pretty boring. It's got to be pretty flat. I went for that back to try and mitigate a headwind option, because then at least you've got a tailwind on the way back. I was looking for as little road furniture as possible, so didn't want any lights, didn't want any junctions, didn't want any turns.
How's it going?
Yeah, it's all right, pretty cold.
You've had a few weathers. Yeah, I'll take that. Grab a seat, whatever. Coffee, yeah?
Yeah. The crew, I wanted to be fairly small. I wanted to keep it pretty low key. So I kept it to my cousin Owen, I had Harry, and then later in the week, I had my friend Millie come out. Also, just from Canyon, the pro sport team, they were in and around all week, which was a great help.
It was perfectly blue skies. Like 5 minutes ago.
Yes. So up and down. There's one bit literally on a straight road, like 55k an hour. This gnarliest tailwind, and then all of a sudden it's a headwind. I've been thinking about having a crack at the record for a while, and the proposed start date was just so I can have enough time to recover afterwards before the main block of racing. It meant the weather was going to be pretty up in the air and the daylight wasn't going to be ideal, but it's definitely my toxic trait, is just thinking I can do everything. Once I sort of look at someone and think, I could probably do that, then I've got to get it done, really.
You're right, boss. Morning. How are your triceps doing?
Triceps are right. Yeah,
that's good. Knee? Knee. Okay, let's have a look.
Oh, it's like new pedals, new cleats.
Yeah, new everything, right?
Shoes.
Yeah, okay, yeah, cool.
But yeah, exactly that. Oh. 600k, done.
Yeah, in the bag. Nice work. You got this, mate. Nice one.
That last one.
Usually it's self-supported racing, off-road ideally. And ride through remote places, take everything with you, fix your own mechanicals. Finding out what you can do is kind of fun, just like riding a bike.
Has it snowed for you yet?
No, but it's like, I think that's like the worst weather when it's like not cold enough to snow, so you get like soaking wet.
Yeah.
I felt crap when I woke up, to be fair. You know, like you just wake up and everything's like swollen.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, it took me a while to get going. And I got a pretty nasty blister on my nethers.
Oh, do you know what? That wasn't that bad.
Can you stop shivering? Once your core temperature drops, there's not much you can do, I think, when you're riding to get back. Just got cold to the core pretty much every 4 hours and was really struggling to warm up for essentially 3 days.
Right, come on.
Yeah.
You good?
I'm not. If you saw my undercarriage, you wouldn't say that. Yeah, we were definitely behind the record pace. The schedule got pretty delayed by the weather. Well, I was having to shower, just hot shower 2 or 3 times a day just to try and get that core temperature back up, and that just really ate into the break time, which then just ate into the total time, really. Soaking wet, big wind chill, trying to stay aero, comfort issues, road grit into the chamois. Cold to the core. Shivering on the bike. It's not very often you shiver on the bike. Cold to the core. Stop, change your clothes, hot shower, hot meal.
You argue.
Oh, it doesn't done it straight away. Tell you that for free. Even when it's hard, it's just riding bikes. It's not too serious. Bit of fun. Spend time in the woods, spend time on the moors, and that's kind of where I'm happiest. So I quite often find, especially with the ultra run, people always want a deep answer about why I like doing it and all that. But I just like riding bikes. It's just fun, isn't it? I don't think it's too deep. I think it's pretty simple. I don't think everything has to have a deep and meaningful purpose. It's just fun. When you're burning 10,000+ calories a day, it's the fuel you need to keep going. So it's a big part of it, and you get pretty tired of it almost immediately, and especially pretty sick of sugar, to be honest. I think it's hard to get that number of calories in with savoury food. It's much easier through sugar and gels and carb mixes, so that's kind of the go-to, really. It's quite a big stretch where we had coffee from the bidons, warm drinks, noodles, porridge, all that, to keep me just warm from the inside out, which made a big difference. I always think, noodle soup's pretty easy to cook. Oh, look at that. That little runny egg yolk. Perfect.
You're still sticking to the 90-minute sleep, is that the plan?
So, yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Is it alright to do the neck again?
Yeah, cool. Yeah, of course.
Easy.
Are you able to just check the forecast, Harry? The weather?
Yeah, it's getting colder.
When's it going to be? Is it going to stay? Is it going to dry up?
Yeah, it's
Because
currently...
it looked like it was raining up the valley just now.
Yeah.
We kind of always had that little glimmer of hope that the next day was going to be good. Mentally, it was a bit of a push, knowing we were behind pace of the current record, and there was going to be a lot to do if the weather did improve. Kind of needed it to in order to bring it back. You know, you've ridden 5 days to get to that point, so you may as well just carry on.
If you just like Google Koblenz weather, it's just know. Oh, I'm really considering if I just get another 9 minutes.
When you see people doing long distance efforts on the road in an aero position, you quite often see, I think people call it like Sherman's neck. I remember Owen was following in the van and I was like, have you got any of the like the physio tape I could do with a bit more support because I'm struggling to hold my head up to see where I'm going. And it wasn't in the van, but there was a bungee in there and I was like, oh, let's whip that on, hook it onto the helmet, onto the back pocket. And it was the right length and did the job for a bit. So we stuck with it. It was pretty good inside the aero helmet. There was no wind or anything, so I was able to speak on the phone pretty clearly, which was nice. So I kind of went through the context list. I find when I'm actually in a conversation and talking to people as well, it helps me stay awake more than music or a podcast.
Saw a tiger swimming under the river. That's it. Not gonna lie.
Like, hallucinations start pretty early. You get them maybe after 2 days, 2 nights, and it happens pretty much on every race I do, so I'm pretty used to it. I don't like to glorify it or anything. I think it's definitely a downside effect, and it shows how bad not sleeping is for you.
Are you ready?
Oh, I shit the bed. At least I haven't done that yet.
You haven't gone to bed. That's the only reason you haven't shut it. Right. Yeah, I've got the cream. You're doing good, mate. You're doing good. You're a fucking legend.
I knew I'd left a lot to do. Whether or not it was too much, I wasn't too sure, but it was definitely going that way. The support crew, I was pretty relieved to have them there, although maybe not at all points, because those points where I was pretty close to giving up, and yeah, they pulled me through.
Should we sit you up? Yeah. Get you on the bike. 3, 2, 1. Swing your legs round. Yeah. Yeah, it's super cold. Yeah.
Sleep's going to be tricky tonight, isn't it? Because I do going to be back on the road at 5 a.m.
Yes.
If we leave this at 11, I'm going to be back in at 4.
Do you think you've got that in you?
I need to give it a go.
I think I was able to get myself into a worse position in this ride with the crew there and able to sort of delegate a bit of my own health into their hands. Said to the crew I could do with an hour's sleep. Pretty sure they woke me up after 45 minutes to try and keep us on schedule, but that's why they were there. And I just woke up and I was pretty uncomfortable for a good few hours. Hardly able to pedal, hardly able to sit on the saddle. Neck was pretty bad. I was definitely pretty close to stopping at that point. I was stopping for good.
And we were quite far behind where we needed to be, so I think, I'd left myself a pretty big task in the last 27 hours. I think it was about 730k. So I had Millie on the phone and said, you got to keep going until the sun comes up, and then everything will be all right once that happens. In my head, it was like a proper race at that point. You know what you got to do. It's pretty obvious. There's no stopping. You just got to get it done. She was all right. When the sun came up, everything sort of eased in a bit. And yeah, just got to keep riding.
12 hours left, mate. Keep going. How was the night?
I can't really remember it. I am pretty delirious.
You managed to get ahead of record pace for the first time 20 minutes ago.
Let's go.
But we went from red to green after red for 5 days.
Got half an hour more riding and then it's done. Why does it have to be this stressful? You can always ride half an hour, you've got this. 300 meters and you've got the record. 300 meters and you've got it, and then you just keep going. You gotta do it. Yeah? You're riding till 10, you're riding till 10. Half an hour, let's go, let's go, let's go! Okay, literally 10 more minutes. 10 more minutes, remember that? You can always do 10 more minutes. It's 9:55, 9:55! It's 5 more minutes, you've got this! I think it's done. All right, just get out. You've done it.
Well done. I still think I undercut by much, but a little bit. A win's a win. I'm over cycling for a few days. I honestly can't even process the numbers. I put that one in twice. Fuck, I'm done. What do I do about my head?
I think it's...
Is anyone else concerned?
Time to full recovery, 2.9 days.
Grow up. Great time.
Well done, mate.
I'll catch you on Tuesday, lads, with the group.
Look at that!
Oh, this could be too much.
What do you do now?
I think they're expecting more of a man to turn up than me. I think they're expecting more of a man to turn up.
I've probably blanked out a bit how bad the weather and how much effect that actually had. Your brain blanks out the real bad bits. But for me, I definitely want to get back in the mountains, get back off road, get remote, get places I haven't been before, and yeah, that's what we're going to do.